Hey boys and girls! So today we're going to be taking the first draft of your story and we'll take that and we're going to edit and revise that.
So let's start by revising. So revising is when we're going to read our writing out loud to make sure it sounds the way we want. You could have a family member in your house read it out loud. Make sure there's not any parts that aren't clear or don't make sense. You can add in descriptive words to help the readers to imagine what you're writing about. And you can circle words that you want to add more details in your next draft. So let's take a look. I've got my first draft here, and then I'm going to make some revisions. So let's take a look at what I did here. So it says, once upon a time in an ocean far, far away, there lived a fish named Clownfish. And I've decided I want to add a bit more. I want to describe the fish. So I'm going to add more information there later. It says Clownfish loved spending his day eating plankton nestled in his comfortable coral home. And then when I was revising, I changed the word eating to munching to make it sound more interesting, and that really helps the reader even imagine the sounds of him eating. And then I added well nestled so that it made a bit more sense. One day, a shark swam up to little Clownfish's home and begged Clownfish to come outside. So I've added some more description in my revision. You can see I have a shark swam up. I've added a shark with teeth the size of kitchen knives swam up. So I've given some more information there. So then this would be my piece with some revisions. After you've revised and done those things, then I'd like you to edit. So editing is where we fix spelling, you make sure the sentences are complete, you add capitals where you need to, so at the beginning of sentences and the names of places or things, and check for correct punctuation. So make sure you use quotation marks when characters are speaking, and then marks at the end of the sentences. So here I've got my writing piece, and let's take a look at how I edited. So at first I had, so Clownfish swim as slowly as a seahorse. First of all, it doesn't sound right. So Clownfish swim as slowly as a seahorse. I need to change swim to swam, so I did that. And I know Clownfish is a name, so I've added a capital C and F to make that a proper noun, give those capital letters. As a seahorse up out of the coral to face the three menacing sharks. And then I checked. I'm not going to be that picky grade 2s as long as you're using grade 2 spellings. But when I looked up the grown-up spelling of menacing, then I've put it on top there. I've figured out the exact way to spell menacing. Again, as long as you're putting all the sounds you know, I'm going to say that's good enough for this week. Because a grown-up might not necessarily be helping you to edit these. Come follow me, Clownfish said. So I made sure before I hadn't added quotation marks. So I've added those. And I wrote timidly. He could feel his scales tremble with fear, but he stayed strong. So I've added a period after timidly because I forgot to add punctuation there. That was the end of a sentence. And then I added a capital H for the beginning of the sentence. And then I decided to add the grown-up spelling of scales. Again, I would say for some of you grade 2s, the S-K-A-L-S, I could tell that said scales. If that was your best spelling, we'll say that's good because I'm not there to edit your writing this week. And then that would be my writing now that it's edited. All right, so it's time for you to publish your writing. So take that first draft of your story, you'll revise it, you'll edit it, and then you're ready to send that out so that I can read it. I can't wait to read your fairy tales.
Have fun writing, Tubi!